How are you doing? I am particularly very excited this morning because guess what? It is my birthday. It actually fell on a Saturday. It fell on a Saturday when I am here with you. My story is just that of gratitude. I don't have anything to say this morning than to say I am grateful to God for how far He has brought me, and I look forward to more glorious years ahead. So a happy birthday to me. And I'd like to say a very big thank you to Donna Milk. Milk comes from within. They brought me boxes of Donna Milk to share with you. Also to Labadi Beach Hotel. Give me lunch, dinner, and breakfast vouchers to share with you as well. Thank you to Starbites. They also gave me vouchers to share with you. And also Papa's Pizza. So thank you all very much for making my day beautiful. I will be giving out all of these before the show ends. To say thank you for your support and thank you for being there, for being a part of what we do on Home Affairs and the multimedia group at large. Once again, Home Affairs is brought to us by Dano Milk. Strength comes from within. COVID is still very much here with us. So let's all be careful out there. Wash your hands frequently and carefully with soap and water. Rewash your hands several times a day, especially after touching anything including your phone or laptop. Use hand sanitizer when you cannot wash your hands properly. Wash fresh groceries. Clean and disinfect surfaces such as countertops, door handles, furniture, toys, laptops, and mobile phones with alcohol-based disinfectant. Our COVID tips are brought to you by Carex in collaboration with Ghana Medical Association. Carex kills 99% of bacteria. Say yes to life. Dole yogurt, more, I need more. A life soap. Soap can save your life. You use it. Mcdonald Shipping Company, your total logistics partner. And Petrosol, clean fuel in full quantity, is always a delightful experience. Holad Life Assurance, we've got you covered. Thank you all very much for sharing these tips with us, and I hope that we are all keeping safe and, taking very good care of ourselves out there. This morning, we have our men's health conversation coming up, and I have Dr. Che seated here already. I was just telling him that last year, I remember, I think my birthday fell on, a weekday like that. And then on the weekend when we were trying to really wrap our minds around this conversation, my friends came into the studio and they finished the show. So we couldn't end the show. But today, hopefully, nobody is coming here. There's COVID, so nobody is coming here. Even if they come, they will be allowed in. We will finish our show today. We'll finish our show. So you can start sending your questions in. That's really what we are doing, sending your questions. Anything that has to do with men's health. I have some here already. So you can send any yours to 0244 437. Phone lines will be activated pretty shortly, 0302216541. And then I will also give you, something. You don't really have to do anything. We'll get some of you from, WhatsApp, from Facebook, and also when you call in. So you don't really have to do anything. 0302216541 when we activate the phone lines, and 0244340437 is WhatsApp.
I worship you. You are here, turning lives around. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, mending every heart. I worship you. I worship you. We make a miracle walking, promise keeper, light in the darkness. That is who you are.
And very important to add that today is my birthday. I'm excited about it. But Dr. Matthew Yamoache, senior lecturer and consultant urologist, is here with me in the studio. Hello, Doc. Good morning.
Good morning, Edem, and happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So we will get straight into it. Today we're not having any discussion. We'll just answer questions on people's minds, things that are baffling people. And I have two from women and one from a man here already. So you can start sending yours in 0244-340-437. First one says that, my husband has a smell around his genitals and he likes us to have oral sex. I have managed to tell him about the smell, and indeed he has taken action. He will have a good shower before we get to it. But the problem is that even after showering, the smell remains. I am worried and I don't know what to do. Simply because he showers, I find it very difficult to want to tell him again that this thing is persistent. I don't know how that would make him feel. And I am also wondering, could I be exposing myself to any danger at all? What do I do? And what could be the cause of this smell? Doc.
Thank you very much.
Is it a problem?
I think the whole scenario is a problem. I think when the program, as I said, you draw attention to the fact that men's health matter in the family setting.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what a man's health is, the toll it is having on the family. So, yeah, there's a challenge the challenge is that one, emotionally, I don't think the woman is in for this oral sex. So already psychologically, she's not comfortable with it. And so, believe you me, even when there is no smell, she will smell something to start with, because that is not what she is in for. And so already the family is being disrupted in one way or the other. I also want to say that a shower can be good, because when you walk in, been around most day, sweating and everything else. Yes, with our boxer shorts and everything else, the going there can be very smelly. Good, but a good shower should be able to help. But the truth is that oral sex introduces a new kind of bacteria into the urethral tube, which normally should not be there. The tube where the urine passes and the semen passes contains a specific bacteria, and that keeps it a natural. There's a scent there, but a natural scent that we grow used to. But once there's oral sex and introduce new bacteria, then there are new scents that develop from there. So probably may even be coming from the tube because of the oral sex that they are engaged in. I would advise that they talk to a doctor about it. First, we'll look around to see that there are no skin lesions that may be contributing to it. Okay. We may advise on how to continue to manage yourself, deodorants and other things that can be used to improve upon it. Deodorants to improve upon the smell down there? Yes, if you're sweating too much there. Really? It may be helpful to try and keep the sweat lower down there. Wow. Then we may also decide to look into what we call culture. Take some of the urine, take some of the sperms to the lab,
see what the challenge
see whether
could
there's
be.
a challenge there. Yeah. But it could be that it is oral sex which is rather promoting this smell rather than it's preventing it, and probably we could advise the family as such. But it's important to appreciate that the man's health surely affects the family.
Doc, you made a point I'd like to probe a bit further. Could oral sex be a factor?
It could, because if you introduce new bacteria, people have gotten gonorrhea, through oral sex, chlamydia through oral sex, because the same discharge contains these bacteria which can be passed on. So if you give this to the woman, and then later we come back again, you pick this infection back. And once it gets hidden in places like the prostate, like the seminal vesicles, it's difficult to treat. I see. You may give a 5-day antibiotic, it won't work. Sometimes you have to treat for 3 weeks. Because you keep doing the same thing. Exactly. So I think we have to have a conversation about this whole scenario again. I see. It's more of both emotional as well as a physical condition we are talking about. Okay. So these things should not just be dismissed. No, we can't just dismiss it. Okay, great. We need to look at it closely. If you're tuned in and you have a challenge like that, don't dismiss it. I think you should try and probe further from what Doc is saying. Then it could be that you think you're treating it and all, but the main cause is still there. You haven't dealt with it, so it needs proper investigation. Great. The second one also from a lady, and similar issue, that my husband has this recurring rashes around his balls and his pubic hair area. He always applies one cream or the other, but this thing keeps recurring after every 2 to 2 weeks, and he keeps applying different things. He has refused to see a doctor, saying that it's just ordinary shave bumps. So he does not shave often, yet it keeps recurring. I am afraid it could be the onset of something dire. This has been going on for about 2 years. How do I get him to realize that it could be something more serious? Yeah, I think she just introduced.
But first of all, let me ask a question, Doc. Why are men so dismissive of these things?
Yes, I think probably the
or maybe why are some men?
Yes,
before I get
I think you've gotten it right. Men don't want to go to hospital.
Why?
First, probably it's feel like a macho. It's like a weakness to go to another man and tell you that I have a problem. When you are supposed to be a man, be on your feet and solve your problems. So that is one. So it's the man being dismissive and not wanting to go to hospital. It is one feature of men. The next thing is that sometimes we are preoccupied with our occupations and our activities. It's like that to break loose of that occupation or activity and see a doctor becomes an issue. Probably our system of consultation is also a problem. I've seen men come to the clinic sometimes 8 a.m. and by 1 or 2 they have not been seen. In fact, some out of frustration, they just leave without even seeing a doctor because there's work to be done, there's activities to carry out, and here they are sitting there waiting to be consulted. So these are things that are quite challenging, so far as our systems are also concerned. I see. So we take this opportunity, the Men's Week, to encourage the men. Yeah. Worldwide, men die younger than women. I mean, in Ghana, the average life expectancy of a woman is about 67 years, while men are making about 60, 61 years. And it cuts across every part of the world. Women live about 6 years older, I mean, more than men do. And because we don't pay attention to some of these, health issues. Also, one of the nicest things I enjoy is for, a client or a friend to invite me to their 80th birthday. It's just a joy. They're taking care of themselves, and now they're 80 and looking forward to the 90s. And men should look at that as something that is achievable. So from what she's told us, there is an issue. Definitely, she looks at it from a distance and realizes that, no, this is not natural. I would advise that they talk to a dermatologist.
Okay.
The dermatologist has a general overview of everything. They are specialists to deal with it. And if they don't have the expertise, they know how to coordinate where you should go to get the help. If it is something that is like a keloid or something that is part of a natural or genetic issue, I mean he'll be reassured. So I think that once you have seen that there's something wrong, there is something wrong. You should get somebody in the medical field to look at it and say that there's nothing wrong, or to get a specialist to look at it. But dermatologist probably is a good idea too. And I'm sure that if he shops around, he can get the dermatologist he can see after work, who can be able to have a look and then tell him what to do. So it needs to be dealt with and looked at.
Great. So don't dismiss it. Do not dismiss it. I mean, we have these conversations. Maybe we should be having them a bit more than just once a year,
exactly.
So that we champion this campaign, because we need our men alive.
Exactly.
Okay. Now there's a third one from a young guy. He's 28. He says, "Doc, I have noticed that my semen is very watery. I am 28. I am not married, and I must shamefully say that I masturbate a lot. Could it be the reason my semen is very watery? And I also want to say that my masturbation has worsened now because of COVID. I keep to myself. How can masturbation affect my reproductive health?" So he's asking first about the fact that he has a watery semen. He's 28 and he masturbates a lot. So he wants to find out if that is the reason his semen is watery. And then second question is that, can masturbation affect his reproductive health in any way?
Thank you. So we say that masturbation has some effects. One, the semen be watery, probably we may not say so. Of course, it feels thicker because of secretions from down there. If you ejaculate too often, then probably you may say it is watery. But so far as affecting later in life, whether you can give birth to children, the semen analysis will tell us. Sometimes you look at it and you say it is watery, but when you pick it at a microscope and start counting the sperms and the components, you realize that you are more than enough. So I don't think you should be too much worried that the semen is watery. If it's a concern, then we need to take the semen to the lab and they will look at it and tell you the figures.
Okay.
Once you get the figures, then you can know. Because people can come and say that my semen is watery, but you do the figures and they are all
normal.
Fine. So that's what I will say. Now, concerning effect on the reproductive health, probably the most two things I will consider is first, the injury that you can cause to the tube.
Okay.
Sometimes in the height of the climax or orgasm, men lose control and they may damage themselves. So if you masturbate and at the end of the day you see blood coming out of the tube or urine, they think that may have caused a damage.
Okay.
And that can cause a blockage to the tube, and that can affect both ability to urinate as well as you'll be able to have children later on in life. The next problem it causes is resetting, I'll say, the thermostat at a level such that it takes a lot of stimulation to get to orgasm. So once the man gets married, sometimes realize that the normal vaginal sex does not get them to get to orgasm at all. So I had a couple that actually after sex there's no orgasm, the woman will have the orgasm, the man will not. He has to go back to the washroom and complete the process. It's masturbation, because the system has been set such that intravaginally it doesn't stimulate them at all. So I would say that it would be a good idea to try to see how best you can put a stop to it. Of course, I'll say that get the extra that you can have, get occupied, read books, things that will distract you from getting engaged. So in this time that we are being encouraged to stay at home because of the COVID. But it can have effect on you, and probably do his best to be able to get out of that.
Great. So you had Doc on that. There's a question here from KD. It says, my son is 12 years, and the size of his penis is like his thumb, and I'm getting very worried.
It's a major complaint. Okay, it's a major complaint in this age group. Again, we come back to the fact that men's health affects the family. So here is the case that the mother or parents are worried. The natural development of the penis in a man is such that during the puberty period, from 11 to about 14 or 15 years, there is a shoot in what we call testosterone, which drives the size of the penis.
Okay.
So if you bring a child to us before the age of 10 or 11, normally we give you the opportunity for us to allow the child to go through that period of puberty where testosterone go up.
So about what age?
So about 13, 14 years is fine. 14 is a reasonable time to look at it.
Okay.
If by then the penis is still small, then you may come in. Now, what do you mean by small penis? It's very difficult and very, very subjective. First, I always tell them that you don't necessarily look at your brothers, but you look at your husband. If the father's penis is small, you don't expect anything, out of the blue for the son. So we look at it in the context of how the family sizes are. So that's the first thing. The second thing is to try and find out whether the testes is there. So we examine them. If the testes there, are they big enough? Are they somewhere in the abdomen? Once you convince yourself that the testes are down there, and that the family's penis size is reasonable and the child is not conforming to that, then we take the next step. There are a few things we can do to improve the testosterone level, which can get the penis to get to normal size. Originally, we were giving injections and applications of testosterone itself, but it caused problem. It caused the children to become very short because it causes the bones to virtually stop growing. And so there are newer forms of things we can give, which are then used naturally to increase the penis size and the height of the child. But because we want the natural process to go on before we introduce something artificial, we always wait till they are 14, 15 before we intervene. Because if you do it at 11 years and then you bring it to a particular size, and then for the next 3-4 years his hormones also feed into it, then you may get a rather disproportionate size, which can also be another challenge later on. So 11 years we want to assess.
12
years we want to follow up probably the next 1.5 years and see what the natural size we could get to, and then we can introduce something to get it to a reasonable size.
So if it happens that the child turns like 14, you're saying, and it is still the same, there is an intervention,
There's
right?
an intervention. There's an injection we can give weekly or 3-weekly to help that, and it's very effective.
Which won't have any dire side effects on the child later on in life?
No, because the injection we give goes into the system, and the body then breaks it down to the natural testosterone. So we have learned our lessons of not giving testosterone as an injection or a cream. But this one is quite natural, very effective, and doesn't have much.
Great. As there is an intervention, a safe one, we're grateful to God. There's one here from Regina. She says, my dad suffered hernia and went through surgery 3 years ago. But just a few months ago, he started complaining about the fact that the hernia wasn't removed. And so he was going to go through another surgery at a different hospital. I am wondering, isn't this second surgery dangerous to his health?
Okay. So I would say that having to do a second hernia repair, it can happen. But the first question we must ask ourselves is that, why is it that the hernia has come back? A good hernia repair should not come back. Once he mentions his dad, then I presume that probably he's about 40 years, maybe going to his 50s or maybe even his 70s.
Maybe.
Then it means that one of the things we want to look at is whether he has to strain or push. Because one of the things that causes the hernia to come back is when you strain or push, and the pressure in the abdomen goes up, then it pushes in the hernia area and then comes back. So if you are constipated, that can be a reason. But men at that age, one of the most common causes of straining is having to strain to pass urine. And that comes down to the prostate problem. So if his daddy has to go for a second hernia repair, then it may be good that he sees a doctor, a urologist, or any other doctor to assess to make sure that he's not pushing or straining, and therefore the prostate is not a problem. Otherwise, no matter how skillful the surgeon is, when they do the hernia repair, it will come back. And I will say that we always learn our lessons. So he needs to get assessed why probably he's straining. Is he constipated frequently? Is he having to strain to pass urine? Is he having a chronic cough maybe because he has smoked before? Then these primary issues need to be dealt with. Otherwise, as I say, in the most skilled of hands, in whatever hospital he goes, and this hernia is repaired, though it's not dangerous to his life, it's likely to recur because the underlying issue has not been dealt with. So we need to study the underlying issue and deal with it. Then we can go ahead and safely do a second hernia repair.
So would you rather say that they should encourage him to see a doctor and, if need be, go through the second repair?
Yes. So I think
and considering all the underlying issues and the main cause.
Yes. So I think that when he decides to see another doctor, I mean, the question probably should be asking the doctor is, why is it that my hernia has come back? And the doctor must be able to go through the process to find out why it has come back. At that age, I mean, probably most common is because of prostate problems in our environment. But he shouldn't just say that I want my hernia repaired. Probably the emphasis should be, why did it come back? If he has to take the next few weeks or days or months to find out why it came back, he might be better off than just getting another repair done.
Okay.
In a short time.
All right. I have a question here. He says, good morning. I am 41 years old today. Oh, that makes the two of us. Happy birthday to you. I'm going to give you one of the vouchers from Labadi Beach Hotel, okay? It's accommodates two, so I will give you one just because it's your birthday. And, you know, yeah, we have a lot in common. He says, I am 41 years today. I have realized a slight increase in my right testicle, and this has been on like that for the past 10 years. Though I have no pains, I am worried. What can be the cause?
Thank you very much. The testes are two, I mean, as we all know. The truth is that because they are two, they are not of equal size. There is a bit of disparity between the two. So if you look closely, you realize that one testis is much bigger than the other in most people. However, it is that obvious to you, then we ask ourselves questions, why is it that is that big? The first thing I want to say is how long is it going on? Once you said it's been going on for the past 10 years, I think that probably is not something that is likely to kill you. Because it's like a cancer or the testis or something, then it won't give you that much time, you know, to just observe it. It will show other signs to it. So it's likely that whatever is happening there is not cancerous, but something we call benign.
Okay.
There are various reasons. Fluid collection within the testis, either in the sac or the testis. Sometimes you have got what we call varicoses because a lot more veins are flowing to the testis than usual. Sometimes there are swellings around the tubes that bring the testis, like the epididymis. So you've got the epididymal cyst and other things. I think an examination by a physician will be very useful, a doctor will be very useful. When you are pushed the wall, we do what we call an ultrasound. We give us a further detailed analysis of both testes. Then we can be able to advise what to do. If it is something that is not bothersome and is not cancerous, as I think probably it's not, we can just observe it. But if it's something that needs intervention, you'll be advised accordingly. So
but still, you need to see a doctor.
Yeah, you should see a doctor.
Okay. But why would you sit at home and be worried for 10 years? Yeah. Or have you seen a doctor, you know, in that space? You didn't state that. But if you have been home and you've been worried about this thing for 10 years, men, Charlie, I think...
So the another thing I must say about men is that, I mean, he might have seen a doctor in the past 10 years. But the truth is that men, as researchers told, don't tell the whole story.
Oh.
So they come back, you have got a fever. That is what took you to hospital. But tell them the full story. I mean, one of the consultations you can do is when a woman enters your consulting room. He talks about the problem. Before you are done, he'll bring you his daughter's problem, he'll bring you his son's problem, and before you can say that you have found a family consultation in the consulting. But the man comes and says that I've got a headache, and he wants you to stay with the headache. You can't move anywhere else. Let this with the headache and let you move on. If you when you examine that you found something new, I think I can see something here. But I'll come back later so we'll talk about this. It's a come around. So please, men, when you go to hospital, tell the whole story about yourself. It's an opportunity. Just tell the doctor. If he hasn't got the skill to do that, he may as well tell you somebody who has got the skill to be able to help you out. So don't go and give a piecemeal and say this is headache, my eye. That is my eye. Don't talk about any other thing. Please feel free and talk about other things. And you realize that probably, you know, it will hurt you. So the past 10 years I've been in hospital, but he has never told any doctor about this other issue, which is another thing. So please tell the whole story. We are willing to listen to all the story. Because sometimes they are related. It's when you bring it up that makes it like easier for us to be able to help you. So please tell the whole story.
I am laughing because of the tell the whole story, and I want to say that they shouldn't limit telling the whole story to just their health. When they are going in, full disclosure, because I think that generally, please don't come at me, the men, but I think generally men will tell you what they think it's important. They will have to do a lot of editing, and no, this one is not important. You don't have to know this, no. And then they tell you what they think you should know. The ones that would rather become issues, big issues, they don't want to talk about those ones. Like you said earlier, they like to be mature about those ones, but those are the ones that also end up posing big problems tomorrow. So please, full disclosure. Whether you're going to woo a woman or you're sick, full disclosure. This one says, family, I'm not getting the question properly. My brother is having his manhood reduced in size. Is he going through surgery to have it? Let me finish reading it. At flaccid level, it's so tiny but enlarges during erection. However, he has noticed that it's shrinking in size. What should he do? Do you get it?
Yes, and quite. I wish I knew the age of
this person.
So I'll make a difference.
Okay.
Probably, just at a glance, I would say that one of the things that may make a penis seem that it's shrinking is putting on weight or obesity. So if his brother is putting on excessive weight, then that is where the emphasis should
be.
And then exercise is helpful. We're talking about the importance of the testosterone. As men grow, our testosterone levels come down. But exercise makes the testosterone that we have, no matter how little it is, very, very efficient and very, very effective. So weight reduction and exercise can probably be able to, if not reverse what is happening, at least cause it to stay where it is or stabilize it. But his age could give us opportunity to understand whether the testosterone level is coming low or he has put on weight or we need to do something else about that.
Great.
Probably we need to talk to somebody who will try to put scientific meaning to what is happening. The description is perfect, but it's good for us to be able to catch in the scientific thing. And it's helpful when you put in scientific meaning, because when you want you to go and read about it, you can be able to write something that you can Google yourself and understand
what's happening. Okay.
Talk to somebody who will give a scientific meaning to what is going on, so you can all educate ourselves.
See a doctor. Start with a GP. And if you need, further investigation, you definitely would get a referral to see a specialist. So please, don't stay at home and be watching the thing and applying creams and all that and hoping that one day you'd get up and everything would vanish. We love you. We want you alive. We want you people to take care of yourselves just the way you take care of us and you're concerned about us. So please, and when the women realize it and they are telling you, don't make it sound like we are worrying you. It's just because, Charlie, we need you to be healthy. See, the birthday messages are like they're breaking the console. But I'd like to say thank you to all of you who are sending me messages. I appreciate it very, very, very much. Thank you. You don't know how big you're making me feel. Almost everybody prefixes their message with happy birthday, and I very much appreciate it. Thank you. You're tuned into Home Affairs here on Joy 99.7 FM. When it's 7 o'clock, we will activate the phone lines and take some of your messages as well. Let me try and go on to another question. Okay, says that, good morning, Edem. I want to find out from the doctor if there's any immediate treatment for genital warts he can recommend, that he can recommend, and where exactly I should go. I normally will freeze it when I travel out of the country, but I've been around for a while now, and a little wart I spotted keeps growing, which is making me uncomfortable. This is Ken in Tema.
So genital wart is an infection we pick from sex, and it's a viral infection. So
it means women have it too?
No, but the woman normally would not show it. Interesting, causes rather, it predisposes the woman to cervical cancer. It predisposes the woman to cervical cancer. So if a man has it, then it's imperative. Even though we always advise women to do the pap smear to make sure that they can check on their whether they have got cervical cancer or not. If your partner or husband has genital warts, then it is imperative that you keep checking on that because it's one of the main predispositions to cervical cancer. Good. Now, it's a localized disease, unlike the other viral disease that gets into a bloodstream and cause difficulty. This one is a localized disease. The treatment is, as is rightly said, is removing it. I mean, no medication, oral really works or injections work, so it is removing it. Freezing is what we have talked about, what we call cryotherapy. We also have a few solutions we can drop on it, which will rather burn it out. What comes to mind really is what we call production. So you can drop a few on it, and then it can virtually burn it off. It is on the skin and it's not in the mucosal surface. You can do that. If it's rather big, then you can also remove it by excision. Either you're using the electrical energy to cut it off or a laser to be able to cut it off. So depending on the size, all these things are available in the country. So you can get a podophyllin, talk to a doctor, you can get a podophyllin from the pharmacy to work with that. And then if that is too big or it's not going, then you can consider excising it and then removing it. Sometimes if you excise it, it rather wouldn't come at all. And probably if it's recurrent after all the cryotherapy, I think that you should rather get it excised. Because it tends to be a very small area. Once you excise and stitch together, you can have a permanent solution. But as we said, I think the wife or the partner must be watching, getting the screening for cervical cancer.
Great. Men's health matter. It's very, very important, and I think I'll be saying this until the show is over. We need you alive. When I can imagine when a man is not well at home, and especially so when they're trying to be macho about it. I mean, he doesn't want the kids to feel like, oh, daddy is down or daddy is very sick and all that. And, it's a very difficult one. So for as long as you don't want us to see your weakness when you are down and all that, then we don't have to wait till it gets to that point where, now you're broken, cry, and then you have to be, taking care of like a baby. So we beg you, try and see that they don't like it.
Yeah. I think it's important we draw attention to it. I mean, we are in the COVID times. You are supposed to wear masks and things. And people are still doing macho with it.
Even with the mask.
Yes. We don't even wear the mask or,
Oh, they won't get,
so please. I mean, we are all at risk. So, men, take it up. I mean, I've got kids at home. Anytime I stay at home, they get what? Daddy, why are you self-isolating? Are you where? That's how the family is concerned. If you
don't go out, then they feel there's a problem.
There's a problem. Daddy, why are you not going to work today? Are you quarantining yourself? And that, so the family is affected by what goes on. So please, we need us to be alive, as you said, to take on the family, the emotional support, the spiritual support. We need. So please, COVID times, men, let's get the family together. Let's protect ourselves. And make sure that we stay alive, please.
Thank you. Let's protect yourselves and stay alive for us. We need you alive. We love you and we need you alive. This one, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the wishes. I appreciate it, Patrick. He says, Edem, I am 35. And for more than 10 years now, I have noticed that whenever I went to the washroom and try to ease myself, what comes out first is urine, which is like a whitish fluid. Please, is it a problem to be worried about, and what might be the cause? What I don't get is it the urine or the whitish thing coming from, the anus, or, I'm not sure about that.
So this whitish secretion that's coming, and if it is something that is recent, there will be action about. He says
10 years.
About 10 years. So
for
10
more
years,
than 10 years. Yes. And
so
he's 35 now.
Now, good. So 10 years is not likely to be an infection. Otherwise, it will be smelly and everything else.
Okay.
But there we talk about within the pelvis area or lower down there, you have got the prostate, you have got the seminal vesicles. And these top fluids that are secreted by the body, either the semen or they all secrete their own fluid. So men produce more secretions than usual. So when the system is fuller or the system is producing more secretions, once you go and move your bowel, because the prostate and the seminal vesicles are closely abutting the rectum, anytime you squeeze yourself or you pass a really hard stool, it presses on the prostate and the seminal vesicles, and then some fluid will come out. So it's very natural.
Okay.
It means that you are somebody who produces a bit more fluid, than usual. As once it's not smelly, it's not itching, it's going on for almost 10 years now. There's no cause for alarm.
There's no cause for alarm. Okay, great, Patrick. So there you have it. Frank is asking, I have observed that I have observed some warm sensation around my testicles almost always for some time now. I went to see a doctor, good, and he gave me some syphilis treatments, but it's still the same. Please, what can it be, and what effects could it have on my reproductive health?
Okay, so warm around the test is quite difficult to imagine. If it is on the skin alone, probably it's not a cause for alarm. But one of the things we may want to know is to make sure that the veins in the testes are not big, what we call varicose veins, because these are varicoses. These are the ones that may make the place warm and affect the testes. We normally make that determination through a scan or ultrasound. So a place being warm, quite difficult to appreciate
tell.
it, yes. But definitely we can look at see whether the veins are not big. When the veins are big, then they carry the temperature from the body right into the testes. Naturally, God has positioned the testes lower down there, such that they are a bit colder than our body. Our environment here is about 28 to 26 degrees Celsius, whilst our body is about 36, 37 degrees Celsius. So the testes being out there makes it in a much cooler environment compared to our body. But if the veins are big and they are carrying all the blood gashes all the way from your body to the testes area, they are eventually transmitting the 36 degrees into the testes instead of the environmental temperature, and that can make you feel a bit warm there because it's not natural. So probably talking to a urologist could be useful.
All right.
Who may look at it a bit more closely beyond the syphilis treatment that he has.
Talk to a urologist, please.
You are here.
And let me tell you about Dano Milk one more time. I'd like to say thank you to the team at Dano Milk. I love food.
You are here.
They gave me boxes of Dano Milk to share with you today. And already I want to give one to Efua Ose Oredu. My former producer's daughter Gladys Ose Oredu. Efua, I think, is either 5 or 6 today, and it's her birthday too. So Efua, I have a box of Dano Milk for you. Also to the man who sent the message about his 12-year-old son, I also would like to give you one box of Dano Milk. To my birthday mate, you didn't send your name. I am giving you a voucher to Labadi Beach Hotel. Dr. Che, a voucher for you. Labadi Beach Hotel voucher for you. I mean, you have become like my birthday partner for some time now.
Thank you very much.
So milk just got exciting with Dano Milk. Dano Milk has 3 extra amazing powdered milk flavors to its plain milk, and they come in chocolate, strawberry, and coffee. Beyond being creamy and tasty with pleasant and natural aroma, they are healthy and nutritious, and that helps you to grow strong mentally and physically. Get your favorite flavor at 1 Ghana cedi only for the 40-gram sachet, and serve with cold, warm, or hot water. Dano Milk, strength comes from within. Akpena mikakaka. And just like moms know what to do in every situation, you can trust any of the Fortune rice brands for all your rice meals for every occasion. It needs just a little water, with emphasis on little water. The grains don't stick together, and the aroma and taste are delicious. If you're thinking of cooking jollof, fried rice, rice balls, and any other rice dish you can think about, choose Fortune. We have them in Fortune Classic. It's the green one, Fortune Delight Orange, Fortune Delicious, that's the red pack. So go get yours now, and you won't ever regret it. Fortune Rice, always on point, just like mom.
My God, that is who you are. You are. 0302216541. Promise me the light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper.
She's not ready for marriage, and I've asked her. Okay, I don't think Doc can answer this question. We'll note it and pass it on to a love coach for you, a relationship coach for you. Someone is asking, what is the color of a healthy semen?
We'll call it like creamy off-white. Yeah. So
okay, creamy off-white. Okay. All right, that's cool. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Edem.
Yes, how are you?
I'm doing very fine. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate Johnson.
Yeah.
Okay, great. You have a question?
Yes, I want to ask the doctor what really causes this prostate cancer in men about 40 years old. But what is the real cause? What leads to that prostate cancer?
Okay. Johnson, Doc will answer your questions in a bit, but you have kids at home?
Yes, I have 3 beautiful kids.
Okay, so I'll give you a box of Papa's Pizza to share with them. We'll call you and give you your code and where to pick it from, okay?
All right.
All right, thank you very much. Tell them it's my birthday gift to them.
Okay. All
right, so Doc, please answer Johnson's question.
So it's a relevant question in our environment since we're looking at men's health. Prostate cancer is quite common in our environment here, I would say that, and it's the leading cause of cancer deaths among men here after 40 years. So it's something that we need to pay attention to. The causes are, a few things can cause prostate cancer, but I'll limit them to what we experience here. The first thing is that if you are an African, you are at high risk of developing prostate cancer. So the further you are black-skinned or an African-skinned or descendant, you have a greater risk. It has to do with the genetics of our inheritance, as well as, because we Africans have higher levels of testosterone than the other races. And testosterone is more like a fuel to prostate cancer. So being an African and black man puts you an exceptional risk. Anywhere you in the world, everybody will look at you closely for the possibility of prostate cancer. Age is important, as you rightly said. You must be about 40 years of age. Smoking, previous smoking is a risk factor to that. Then high fat intake, animal protein, high fat intake, obesity. This is also another group of risk factors that we have noticed. And of course, alcohol also can be a risk factor. So these are the main risk factors that we have to talk about. There are minor issues like chronic inflammation of the prostate, for maybe we don't know where it's coming from, but if your prostate is inflamed from infections, that can be an issue. So these are the things that I'll talk about. But I think that the important thing I want to say that there are some things you can't do much about, like being an African, like you have 10, 40 years. So screening is important. That you approach a health facility or a laboratory, there's what's called a prostate-specific antigen or PSA that can check. And based on the levels, you'll be advised accordingly. So I would say that for us as Ghanaians and Africans, probably not necessarily what causes, but how can I catch it early so that they can be dealt with as soon as possible. But definitely smoking and obesity and fatty food, I think that you may want to avoid to help us.
Great. Hi, Vivian, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. This is Juliana.
Brother, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, great.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much, Juliana. Thank you. Thank you.
You live to 99.7. Okay, so I have a question.
Head.
Okay, so I want to ask Doc. My brother normally complains of let's say when he's urinating, like maybe there's some pain, sometimes he cries. So I want to know what causes it.
How old is your brother?
He's 10 years.
Peeing, right?
Pardon?
You said when he's peeing.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Doc will answer your question, but I'm sure Daniela took your name, right?
Yes.
Okay. Please come for a box of Papa's pizza for your brother for me, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
It's not for you, it's for the 10-year-old. So don't eat some, but we'll call you and then give you the voucher so that you go and get it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Bye.
That there are no infectious agents there, which can easily be treated with an antibiotic based on what we find. If that doesn't work out, then you want to find out whether there's any blockage in the tube. One of the things that you can have is what we call a urethral stricture or a blockage, which may come because of probably he has had injured himself during a play or games, and so that can also be assessed. We also want to be sure that it's not something he has been born with, which is predisposing to that infection. What really comes to mind in a male of 10 years is what we call posterior urethral valve. Okay, I mean, of course, the doctors can understand it much better. So we need to assess it, and it could be very simple, like a urinary tract infection, 5 days for antibiotics, and this pain is over for the rest of it for a long time to come. But if it is still persistent, then we need to do further investigation. So just get into any general practitioner. We do the initial assessment. Okay. It can easily be solved at that level. If not, we can push it to a higher level and get it sorted out. But it can easily be solved.
Okay, great. This one from SK. He says whenever he sits on the WC and rests his elbows on his lap for just about 5 minutes, he begins to feel numbness in his feet. What could be the cause? In my moment, I'll say that, okay, when you sit, don't put your hands on your lap.
I think you're right.
So let me take the question again. It says that when I sit on the WC and rest my elbows on my laps for about 5 minutes, I begin to feel numbness in my feet. What's the cause? So, don't mind my ignorant response.
I think that's how we all think. Because numbness means that either the blood is not flowing to the limbs or you are disrupting the nerves. It's unusual to affect the nerves that easily because they are quite robust and firm and that. So probably they are vessels. You call them femoral vessels. They are vessels that supply the legs, and they are right towards probably the medial or the middle part of the thighs. So if you put your finger, your elbow on the arteries or even the veins for a period of time, you may feel some tingling sensation, some paresthesia, some numbness. So probably he's putting his elbow on the vessels under the arteries. So he just has to probably should look at relocate where he puts his elbow.
Okay. Could be a simple solution. So if you relocate and you still keep feeling it, then you probably want to escalate it. But for now, relocate. That's pretty simple. Hi, Usmanu. Good morning.
Good morning, Edem.
How are you?
I'm doing good, and you?
I am well also. Thank you. Shall we hear your question, Usmanu?
By the way, happy birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate.
My question is, I have this. I don't know whether it's like a tissue in my left testicle, the left side. And I went to see a doctor some time ago, and he told me it's nothing, it's normal. But for some months now, when I don't engage in sex with my wife, about 2 weeks, I normally feel the pain very severe unless I have sex. Then the pain stops.
Yes, Usmanu, are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay, Doc.
So, yes, I agree with the doctor that probably there's nothing to worry about. In the sense that, from what you tell me, that it is part of the tube that drains the sperm, the epidermis and the vas different. So there are a few conditions that affect the tube. We have what we call somatocele, we have what we call epidermal cell. And when they empty, then you are fine. Sometimes you do surgery to remove that cyst then the pain will be a permanent solution. But when you do that surgery, you eventually end up blocking the tube on that side. So it's like you're doing a vasectomy on that side that you have got this problem. So if you are finished with your family, then you may be willing to go ahead and do that surgery for you and you get a permanent relief. But if you have not finished with your family, then we advise that we keep it there. You take pain relief when it does cancer. Now you know how to get the relief that you want and you're married to, so you can try and use that relief. Until you are finished with your family, then we can go ahead and then excise it, and then the solution will be permanent. So if you are finished with your family, just talk to your doctor again or talk to a urologist or a surgeon, and it will be fixed for you. When you have not finished your family, then I advise that use the natural solutions that you already have, and then when you're done, 2 or 3 or 4 kids that you want to have, after that, then we can address it permanently for you. Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes,
you got a response, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll give you a voucher to Starbites.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll call you after the show and then tell you how you can redeem it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. Okay. Do I have a question? Not yet. Okay. Wait for me. I will be right back.
One Ghana CD pay. Enjoy your Dano milk and be strong. This advert is vetted and approved by the FDA. Moms know what to do in every situation. You can trust Fortune Rice for all your rice meals. It needs just a little water. The grains don't stick and the aroma and taste are delicious. Fortune Rice, always on point, just like Mom. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA. Just like Mom. Is that music? Yes, lovely. Play louder. Wow. La 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 la. You put more into your baby's development than you think. And now you can put more into meal times. Discover the new Cerelac with Iron Plus, which supports healthy physical development. Nestle Cerelac, big nutrition for small tummies.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Do not improvise an auto gas cylinder. Make sure the auto gas cylinder is properly installed by a qualified technician. Always keep a fire extinguisher handy. In case of a fire, stand at a safe distance and attack the base of the flames. Avoid decanting LPG from one cylinder to the other. Domestic transfer of LPG should be avoided. Cars fitted with auto gas cylinders should be filled at appropriate filling stations. A message from the National Petroleum Authority.
I worship you. I worship you.
But for the times in which we are, we should meet and have some serious fun. Whichever way now, we are alive, we're strong, and we're grateful to God. So if it's your birthday today and also throughout the month of June, we rock like that. You can go and argue with your pillow. June bonds are the best. Tomorrow, 28th June, happens to be the birthday of my daughter as well. So if you check our photos on Facebook, we're celebrating 1441. You know, she's 14 tomorrow and I turn 41 today, and we are grateful to God. So Edem Knight-Tay, in advance, I say happy birthday to you. My former producer as well, Hannah Odame, yesterday was your birthday. You know how we used to do it. So belated happy birthday wishes to you. Hi Patrick, good morning.
Good morning, madam.
How are you?
I'm fine, madam.
Okay, so I have Starbites vouchers for you already.
Oh, okay, thank you very much.
Yes, so we'll call you and let you know how you get it. Then when you're eating, you pray for me, okay?
I'll pray more.
Yes, pray more. Every muscle you put into your mouth, God bless Edem. God bless Edem. Yeah.
I'll say it every day.
Great. Let's hear you.
I want to wish you a happy birthday.
Patrick, thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to know from the doctor. I really want to give what are some of the kinds of food that you have to eat, so that you can boost your strength.
You say, assuming you want to do what?
You want to give birth.
I see. Okay, all right, doctor.
Yes. So, if I understand what he's asking, so how can I improve upon my sperm quality?
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what he's trying to find out and give a good.
Yeah.
So, the sperms are basically protein. So, eating a bit more protein can be helpful at that age.
Okay.
So, a bit more protein is very useful. The second thing is that water is helpful at that age, because the sperm must come within some water or fluid that will allow the sperms to move easily. So a bit more water can be helpful. Then also talk about the normal vegetables that we have, because one important thing is that zinc is important for sperm production. So anything that contains zinc is useful. We talk about old, atadri or tiger nut. We talk about oats. We talk about anything that contains a bit of zinc could be useful, and of course also the vegetables that we have. So I think eat healthy could be useful. They also say that all these male issues depends on testosterone, and you can't put testosterone in your system, but exercise can make your testosterone quite efficient and everything. So we watch our diet, we lose weight, we exercise, a bit of water, and then probably we should be in a good shape.
How about
avoiding alcohol and smoking? I think these are things that are detrimental.
Okay. So I was going to ask Doc, how about alcohol and smoke, and avoid cry?
Avoid them.
Okay. So avoid. I hope your question is answered.
I'm
okay. Great. I have one. I got a question here. Someone sent it into my inbox on Facebook. Let me find it quickly. Yeah, it says, I feel pains above my right testicles around the space in between my thigh and stomach. It comes and goes. I have been to the hospital several times and done several scans, and the doctors say nothing is wrong. I would need doctor's advice on this. This is from Yao in Bubuashi.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. I mean, from where he has described, of course, we look at whether there's any bladder problem, We look at the testis itself, there's a problem. We look at whether there's a referred pain there, which can come from the kidney stool, or stool in what we call the ureter. So these are the things that you want to look at. From where he's telling me to, sometimes chronic appendix can also be an issue, and constipations and things can be an issue. From what he says, all scans have been done, means that probably all these things have been considered. One of the things that sometimes, if you don't find the situation there, is to look at the backbone or the spine. Because rarely, the pain is just a nerve that is transmitting discomfort. So sometimes the nerve to the area may be compressed at the spine, and that can give you the feeling of pain there. So if the testis has been looked at, the urinary bladder has been looked at, the bowel in terms of the appendix and the cecum area has been looked at, the kidney and the ureters have been looked at, then probably it's time to need somebody look at the spine for him. A neurosurgeon or a neurologist will be the next person to talk to see whether he can just pay for that in the ground.
Great. Okay, so John Ennin, it's your birthday too. So you also have a box of Papa's Pizza from me, John Ennin. Auntie Jiwa, happy birthday to you and your son. Hi, Faustina. Good morning.
Good morning, Edem. Good morning. How are you?
I am well, thank you.
Edem, happy birthday. I love you. I'm a regular listener. I listen to you every Saturday morning.
I appreciate
it.
Keep listening. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh, so that's why you called?
Yes.
Oh, I'm time blessed. Thank you very much. So I will send a Starbucks voucher your way, okay?
All right.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so we will be touching down now. I still have a couple of vouchers. Daniela, I think you should quickly come and see if you can find some names on WhatsApp. And then we'll reserve a few for, our friends on Facebook as well. Lots of messages out there for me. I appreciate the love. Thank you very much. We are touching down any minute from now. Bright, I am still on air. I can't answer your call. Thank you very much. But whilst Daniela looks for it, I think I saw one message. The person said, Edem, read my... Oh, don't go away. He says he wants to find out what men can eat to boost their sex drive.
Good. Again, as I said, probably, I think what they do, exercise, and what they do not do.
Okay.
Alcohol and then smoking. But of course, eating right, yeah. So things that will help your testosterone be sharp is what you need to do. So exercise, eating vegetables, less fatty food as a man, watch your weight. This will do. But exercise does the trick.
Okay.
Exercise. Because it makes you very efficient in all ways. Exercise, that's what I say. But not with enhancers.
Okay.
The natural way of exercise.
Don't kill yourself.
Because the enhancers contain things that are detrimental to testosterone. So then you negate all that you are doing.
Great.
Exercise is what you need to do.
Great. Nana Haryopoku, I see your message. Chris, all of you, I see your messages. Thank you all very much. And this final one we're taking this morning. Hello, Doc. What will be the problem if you don't have sex for a long time? Say 5 years. Is that a problem?
No, it's not a problem. So you have time to do other things like pray and fast and read Bible and do other things.
So it won't affect anything.
No, at all.
At all.
No, I don't. No, it won't.
Okay.
The system has been made.
So the men who are celibate, Doc, there's no problem with them, right?
No.
Okay,
the system has been made such that when the system is full, then you get what's called the wet dreams. So the wet dreams are natural way of the body emptying the system. Of course, if you produce more of it... So
it is not like a devil or a demon is having sex with you in your dreams?
No, not at all. Just that if you read a lot of romantic things and things, then you rather increase the rate of your production and it becomes more frequent.
Why is this one laughing at that?
It becomes more frequent. So wet dream is a way of getting that. But if you are getting more frequent, it means that probably what you are feeling in your mind is making you produce more of these fluids.
Great.
Okay. Otherwise, it's not a problem at all. The body will take care of it. It's either resolves them or it makes them come out. There's no problem with it at all.
That's nice. So this is where we're ending our show this morning. It's been a good morning. I like the participation from all the men. Daniela, you have something? Says what? Edem and Daniela, please give me one of the vouchers to give to my sweet mom in-law celebrating her birthday today as well. Oh yeah, sure. So I have a last voucher from Labadi Beach Hotel. I'll let you have that so you can go with her. So happy birthday to your mother-in-law. Her name is Eunice Agbemebiase. You happy birthday to you. How do you say happy birthday in Ewe? Oh. Maybe I'm over here now. Happy birthday. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not getting it. It's not coming. I'll go and look for it. Yeah, but thank you all very much for showing me all the love. Daniela's gotten some names. We'll look through and then give it out. And then to our friends on Facebook as well, to everybody who's out there celebrating their birthday today, we say a happy birthday to you. Trust God. He is able and live it fully. Yesterday, a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, sent this song my way, and I'd like to end the show with it. Thank you very much. You are the best. You know that, right? Yeah. Okay, Doc, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I think 3 years we've been doing this consistently. God bless you. Now we'll do it a bit more than just once a year. Right. Thank you. God bless you. All right, we're out of here. Bye.